Did you know the two different bones confused together? At the Bone Museum, we have this tibia and fibula that are labeled as a Pott's fracture. Let's take a look at it. A Pott's fracture is when one or multiple of the malleoli of the tibia or the fibula have broken. This kind of fracture gets its name from Percival Potts, an English physician who experienced this kind of fracture and then wrote about it in 1769. The Bone Museum received the specimen with a lot of post-mortem damage around where the fracture would actually be, so we cannot confirm whether it was a true Pott's fracture, but let's take a look at it anyways. There are a lot of ligaments that connect the tibia and the fibula to the tarsals of the ankle joint, and they are typically involved in this kind of fracture. A typical mechanism of the Pott's fracture is the medial malleolus being pulled off in an avulsion fracture of this really strong medial ligament. In turn, the talus slides laterally, cutting off the lateral malleolus, and sometimes the tibia then slides forward and shears off the posterior malleolus. A trimalleolar break is considered a cotton fracture though. An interesting feature of this specimen at the Bone Museum is that we can see the interosseous membrane has been mummified. This membrane is a fibrous sheath that connects the tibia to the fibula, providing stability and separating the anterior and posterior muscles of the lower leg. Although we cannot confirm if this was a true Pott's fracture, we definitely know there was trauma to the area due to the fusion between the distal tibia and fibula. Likely the tibiofibular ligament ossified in the body's attempt to provide stability to the ankle. Fun fact, Percival Potts also discovered Pott's disease, which we also have on display here at the Bone Museum. So I guess the Bone Museum is out here collecting Pott's conditions like Pokemon cards. Here at the Bone Museum, we like making osteology accessible. If you have a favorite Pott's diagnosis, leave a comment and the one with the most likes we'll make a video on.